welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining in today. And today is going to be somewhat of a personal video. Now, I had got dressed and prepared to go out and maybe shop a little bit. Today is Saturday. And I normally do like to get out on Saturday. Then sometimes I just like to sit at home and just watch things on the internet or whatnot. But today I got dressed and I decided that I wanted to create a couple of videos. So that's exactly what I'm doing, is creating some videos. This is one of them. And this is a personal video. I've done a video like this before back in the days, and it's just one of those things that sometimes when you have something on your mind, sometimes it's good to talk about it. Sometimes you just can't talk to a person, especially once you start doing social media. Sometimes you feel better just talking to the ones that actually support you and actually like to or just follow you on social media. Sometimes it just helps to talk to anyone, and sometimes it's just good to be in a room alone and actually be talking like I am to the camera. But of course, when you guys see this, it's not like I'm talking to myself, but y'all get the point. It's like a form of therapy. Not that I feel like I need therapy, but it's good to release what could be affecting your life, and so this is what this video is about. As y'all know, or as I've talking, or as you guys have heard me say, through the ordeal of me having my eye injury, maybe not, I don't think I made any videos over here, but I can clip in a few pictures to show you the injury to my eye. And it was a terrible situation. It was one of the worst. It was the worst injury I have ever had in my life, and I'm 44 years old. I have gotten sick many times. We all have, but that was, it was really, really intense, to the point that injury and what happened to me, it nearly killed me. So I feel like this is a good story to talk about, because y'all have seen me make many videos over here, and I'm always happy and proud to present videos to you guys and actually just be excited to tell you how products work. And I've been doing makeup since I was 11 years old. I know a good bit about drugstore makeup, and that's what I love to do on both of my channels, is just try and find expensive makeup and make something out of it, and just let you guys know that you don't have to go out and buy real expensive things, and unless you want to. But if you don't have that, you don't really got to have that. You can find some good inexpensive makeup. But just getting back to the point of this video, I want to talk about it because this that happened to my eye, this injury, it is accumulated, or it is like it all was plotted and had been plotted for 4-5 years. Okay, I remember talking to you guys about back when my thyroid had swelled up really big, and I was swollen. I had gained a lot of weight, and I was telling you guys about people was invading my home, or actually coming into my home while I wasn't there. They were breaking in, and I was poisoned, and it affected my thyroid. And I remember talking about that. If you don't remember that video, you can definitely look down there at you'll see when I get really swole and I have brown hair, and you can go over those videos and you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. But anyways, just getting to the point, you guys, what I've been through for the last 4 or 5 years have been some of the worst years of my life. I've been through a lot in my life just because of the way I am as a person. I'm not a real social person, like out with people. And sometimes when I'm out and about and socializing or trying to socialize, I can't socialize. That's just me. I'm very quiet. And a lot of times I just don't want to get into people's business. That means when people are talking, I feel like sometimes people talk too much, and I don't want to get involved with all of that, because a lot of times that stuff can come back and hit you with it. Like, people say you said something and you didn't say something. I've seen this happen to many people that I know of. So I'm not a social person. I basically stay to myself, but I do like to get out. I do like to, shop. I do like to go out to events and things like that, but I just don't socialize too much. But just getting to the point, you guys, just giving you an idea of what I'm heading to, is that for the last 5 years, 4 to 5 years, you guys, I have moved from place to place. First of all, I want to say that the apartment where I created a lot of my videos from the get-go, from the beginning, on this channel and my Sheila Shemay channel, you will see that I was in a very, in my opinion, very beautiful apartment. I fixed it up. I worked hard, having a disability, worked hard, and I furnished my apartment. My mom helped me out and to get everything together in that apartment, and I really loved it. And I was there for, I believe, 7 to 8 years. That's how happy I was in this apartment. However, I got unhappy like the last, I guess, 3 years living there, because I had some break-ins. I had came home a few times. My door was open. One time the deadbolt was broken, etc. You get the idea. So a lot of times I would come in, some of my blouses, my clothes were gone, and then all of a sudden I'd go back in my closet and blouses and things were returned. So just getting to the point, it was a lot of invasion. A lot of people was invading my home, or absolutely breaking into my home, and was doing a lot of things in my apartment. And I do have some proof of those things. Another thing is that there was some hidden cameras. I know of one that was a hidden camera in this apartment, and it was in the bathroom, which is so sad. But I'm just, y'all, I have to open up. I feel like today is the day for me to open up and talk to you guys, for you to understand what happened to me with my eye injury. This all will make sense why I'm speaking about this and where I'm leading to. So basically, I did reach out to authorities here, and I basically tried to get help, and I didn't get no help. Not an investigation, nothing. So that hurt my feelings, and all I could do is turn to God about it, and also to reach out to healthcare professionals, because I knew I was really, really sick with my thyroid and I needed help. And I knew that I just knew that some things, that as far as my beverages and food, was being tampered with, okay? Because people were coming in, and these were people that didn't love me. These were people that hated me, okay? And even some people that was closer to me than I could have ever imagined. But just getting on to it, because I won't mention names. I never do. Even from the previous videos before, I never mentioned names. But anyways, you guys, my health had got really bad. But I seen a few specialists and all of that, and I believe in the Lord. I started to eat healthy, and I lost the weight, and I did start feeling better. But the invasions from people or from strangers did not stop. It continued. It went on and on and on. There were people up into the attic. I could hear them walking. I could smell food. And I did report all these things, but nothing was ever done. So you guys, it got to a point where something happened, and I was planning on like staying there at this apartment for as long as I could and just keep reaching out for help about the circumstance. And so something happened to a family member where we had to move. And so I felt like it was a wrong thing to do. I just felt it, you know how you can feel it. And I had found a place that wouldn't have been miles down the road, but I could not get the family member to agree with me about getting this particular place because I didn't feel like leaving the hometown. I felt like we didn't need to, but the place that I did found was like probably 15 to 20 miles away from hometown. So while we was getting ready for the move and everything, these people that do not like me or had hate for me, they had plotted together to actually kind of ambush me in this new place I was heading to with the family member and all. And it was all set up. It was all put together. It was a plot. Okay, you guys? So when I moved there, you guys, the first night or the first day I came in with my belongings, these people came into this apartment. Yes, once again, my doors was locked. I only had one door. My door was locked. They came in because I basically threw everything in the living room because I said I would put everything up in the next few days. I'm tired. I'm moving, etc., etc. I'll put up everything as I can in the days to come, even a week. These people came in and they stole a lot of my things. They stole clothes. They stole pictures. They stole cleaning products. They stole soap. They stole anything and everything you can possibly imagine that you get for, you know, your household. You know, these people came in and stole these things. So I was like, oh my God, here it is, repeating again. Here I am in another area, and here it is happening again. I'm being followed. This place is like an ambush, and it was. It was like I couldn't go out much. It was like when I went out, I felt like I was always being followed, and I was always being watched. The apartment that I was put in, it would be people out that would absolutely sit out and watch, like look at me in my living room and just absolutely watch me all day. And even at night, they would sit out there. Okay. So I was like, Lord, what can I do? I cannot do nothing much because I just signed a lease and I can't just jump up and leave again because, as we know, when it comes down to moving, it costs money to move, right? Yes, it does. So I was like, well, maybe things will get better. Maybe if I report these things, report and do what I need to do, maybe things could change around. It didn't. Same incident that happened before in the apartment previously happened at this apartment complex. The only difference is, you guys, at this second apartment complex, it got worse. People were coming in, tainting my clothes with pesticide, like what you use to kill roaches with. My clothes in my house would smell like pesticide. Also, people came in, stole my clothes, like all of my clothes I worked for, my bras, panties, socks, pants, blouses, my shoes, my boots, everything, my makeup, everything, okay, everything. They cut the heels off of my boots so I couldn't wear them. they put some kind of acid stuff onto my boots to destroy the material, you know, on the boots. They did everything, you guys. They would steal things out of my bathroom, my toiletries, like, you know what toiletries are, tissue, you know, feminine products. They even went to the extent of taking a shower, using my tub, using my bathroom. There was many times I came home and someone had used the bathroom and it wasn't pee, it was the other. My house would smell like it. And I would tell the landlord at the time that people were coming in, somebody was coming in. So just like the same incident before, it was just like, oh, you know, oh, you sure, you know, just question. But this time at the second complex, it was much worse. The first complex, I believe the person understood me, the landlord. This person was just telling me that, you know, you just do what you know to do, which is to let law enforcement know about it and go from there. But this second complex, she was just asking me like, how do you know this? What make you think this? And you know, it was just like she was saying I was lying, but I wasn't. So it went on and on and on, you guys. More invasion. There was windows when I moved in. I remember the windows wasn't fixed, and I had asked the landlord, will you fix my window? Because I didn't have a screen on the outside and you can easily lift the window up. And I knew that that would be an easy access for anyone to get into my home. And I asked for that to be repaired, and guess what? The whole 6 months I lived there, it never got repaired. Every time they did whenever they did an inspection, I would always mention that, and they would say, we'll be back Monday. They never did. They never fixed the window. So there was 2 openings. That means they were able to open my front door and come in. These people, these haters is what I call it. And they also was able to open my window and come in. Now, now I'm going to also mention there was 2 times where these people tried to kill me. One time was they had put down marbles. One day I was getting ready, and I remember hearing a car like crank up, and there was people kind of out there talking. And then as I was getting ready to come out to go where I was heading to, which was to get groceries, come back up here to my hometown to get groceries, well, I heard the car took off. Okay, so I don't know exactly who put these marbles down, but somebody did. And they were clear marbles. How I know? Because I looked around when I fell. Yes, you guys, I walked down the sidewalk to get to my automobile, to get to the grocery store. I stepped on a marble, and y'all, it was a bad fall. I am blessed to not have had a busted head, and I am blessed to be living today. Because when I hit the ground, I got extremely dizzy. I had to lay there for a little while just to get myself together, and I was praying to God, like, God, please don't let my head be bleeding. Please, God, I don't want to have a head injury. I was praying for dear life at that moment when I fell on the ground. And there was 2 neighbors that was sitting right across from the apartment that was just sitting there looking, and did not come over and ask me, did I need help? Do I need an ambulance? Did I need them to just help me to try to get up or anything? I got no help. Okay, so that was, the marbles was put out for me to trip over and to absolutely, they were hoping that I would absolutely bust my head. That's what they wanted. But the Lord helped me. And I did have to go to the doctor. My knee was like swollen for 2 weeks after that fall. It was that bad. That's how bad I fell on the ground. My knee was swollen for 2 weeks. So that's just to give you an idea of what was going on. Whenever I went to the store in that area, which was not a lot of stores, but whenever I went to the store, people would follow me. They would always watch me, keep up with whatever I was doing, they was always around me. So I finally got to the point. I said, you know what? I've got to get out of here, because what it was this complex and the people that was living there and the landlord that was there, they was making everything harder for me financially. I'm a single mom, so the money that I get is very limited, because it's not like I can use the money on myself. I had to always make sure that my daughter get what she needed as well. Make sure everything that's needed in the house was there. Okay, so my money was very limited, so it got really difficult. It was at the point where washing my clothes was difficult. There was no laundry hookups in this place. You had to go to a laundry mat and all that, and they had people there at the laundry mat when I would go wash, and they were literally giving me threats in the laundromat. Yes, they were. And so I was at the point, I was like, listen, if I don't get out of here, like, I got my daughter to think about and my little puppy. And if I don't get out of here, these people are really, really trying to kill me here in this area once again. And also they were trying to just make my life live in hell. There was some Satanism going on. Some people was doing Satanism in the area. They would always bleach the area, which was really strange. I had never lived in an area where this ever happened. The complex before where I lived at, never ever did I see this, but maybe one time. They bleached this apartment complex every week. And I mean, it would be so strong, you could smell it inside the apartment. And at the time when I was living in this area, it was a lot of people complaining of pets because their pets were missing. And I know because I would go to the laundromat and they would have their dog pictures up, and it would just be a whole bunch of them, missing animals and things like that. But you guys, it was a lot of Satanism going on, and I won't speak too much about that, but that was also something that was going on in this particular complex, apartment complex. So just moving on. So now you get an idea that living in that area, I was in the same situation that I was previous, where there was people trying to hurt me and kill me. It was in both areas. Like the previous apartment complex where I lived for 7 to 8 years there, there was people trying to kill me there and hurt me there. And I swelled up, my thyroid swelled up. I still have a swollen thyroid after everything that was done to me. So when I moved to the second complex, they throw out marbles to try to bust my head. They also went into my home and sprayed pesticide all over the place to try to hurt my lungs. They would throw out smoke into the apartment. Just numerous things. I can go on and on, but I won't say everything, but I'm giving you an idea. So I knew I had to move, so I did the steps that I had to take to move. And finally, the Lord moved for me, helped me to move from this area, and I moved to the next apartment complex. I got there and found out that a lot of people that lived in that complex knew a lot of people that lived in the previous complex, the second place that I moved, because we're talking about the third complex. And some of them was even kin. So I moved in because I thought there was some good Christian people that I knew of as when I was a kid. I felt like maybe this will be a safe place because these people know me, especially knew my mom and all. And I felt like maybe I won't be in such danger. Well, y'all, the same thing happened again. People were coming into my home. They were hitting my dog. My dog have a few issues to this day with her nose from them hitting her. And also, she would always be in like the patio window waiting on me to come back, because she couldn't always go off because I would have to go pick up my daughter from school or whatnot. And I couldn't take her everywhere. But most of the time she did go everywhere with us. But at times I had to keep her at home. And I could tell when I would get there, she would be so excited. And I could tell she'd be a little nervous because they would be around. I used to pull up and I caught a few people picking with her, like right in front of the patio. And so on top of that, you guys, there was an incident where I came home and I didn't feel good because I was thinking about all this stuff. It was stressing me out and I didn't feel good. And I always clean my bathroom because after finding out that people were coming into my home, and just like as if it was their home, they were just doing whatever. And y'all, let me tell you, these people did, yeah, they did the do and all, okay? I don't want to speak too much, but y'all get it. Like, they absolutely some people use my apartment as a hotel. Yes, they did. And, sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to stay strong talking about this. So I would clean up my home instantly when I would come in from being out a few hours. Even if I was out for 40 minutes, 30 minutes, I would still do it. I was constantly bleaching out my bathroom where me and my daughter had to take a shower, use the restroom, whatever, you know. I would clean it up, sanitize it. So one day I was just tired. I was frustrated. I had a bad day. And I told my daughter, and you know, I always bought gloves because to clean up, didn't know who was coming in. All I knew, people was coming in. I have an idea, and I know some people, but like I said, I can't say names. I don't want to until justice time. I will say names. But basically, I always bought gloves to clean up, make sure my hands, my daughter, whatever. Most of the time it was me cleaning. My daughter, I wouldn't let my daughter clean. I cleaned up and I made sure I had like bags of gloves to put on. So one day I was like, I don't feel good. Let me see if I can just go in here and just like God, just have my daughter here by my side and just kind of help me because I got to clean up this bathroom. I want to take a shower. I need to use the bathroom, I need to use the sink to brush my teeth, etc. And you guys, literally, there was blood on my toilet seat, and it wasn't from me or my daughter. We would never do that. And on top of that, I know this is gross, but I'm telling you a true story. On top of that, me and her both was not on our feminine situation or thing, and we wouldn't do that anyways. Who does that? Who would, So what I assumed was someone came in and they used their pad or tampon and rubbed it across the toilet seat. And yeah, I was thinking we would come in and sit down on the toilet seat and pee or something. So yeah, you guys, that happened when I washed the seat off with gloves on, okay? My hands was protected. It was blood. It was blood. So I did contact the law enforcement here, and basically I got no help. No help. It was just a pure waste of time calling, trying to get help. Waste of time. So I was like, Lord, what am I going to do? Because there's absolutely these people are after me. And these people want to hurt me. And not only me now, it's my daughter. Because in order for them to go in there and put blood on the seat, my daughter could have ran in the home and said, I have to pee. Let me go pee. It's not just me. It's me and my daughter. Okay? So I was like, Lord, what do I need to do? What can I do, Lord? What do I need to do? So I gave up that apartment again because I knew people were coming in, and I knew that they were in my kitchen. I knew that they were in my living room. I knew that they were using my Wi-Fi. Yes, they were. They had the password. They were going through my bags. They stole receipts out of my bag and important papers out of my bag where I put my personal receipts and papers that I like to keep, contracts, whatever. Stole things like that out of my closet. Used my makeup. Stole makeup. And also, you guys, let me tell you what they did. They went into my closet, cut up my clothes, and also cut out the straddle part of my underwear. They did that. They cut some of the scraps of my bras off again. And I barely had any because, like I said, from the second place, those people there, they stole everything. They robbed me of everything. So I just had clothes basically in this apartment, and I had a sofa, and then that didn't work out. So I just basically had bed and clothes, and I was getting ready to start furnishing, and all of this was going on. So you guys, on top of that, they would pour dirty water onto my clean clothes. I would go wash my clothes and come back and fold them up into my closet. And I could go back the very next day, or I could go off and go get something to eat. And maybe we take our time, me and my daughter, and just chill, relax, talk. And I could come back, and the next day I could go in and try to look for me something to wear. The clothes would be soggy. They would be wet. And I know that these clothes were dry because I went to the laundromat and I washed them and I made sure that they were dry. Okay? So it was all of that, you guys, and some more. There were some instances where some strange things happened again that was satanic. So there's satanic people that was actually in the second place where I had lived there for 6 months, and also at this third place there was some satanic people. I think it was the same people that were following me. Okay, so there was a few satanic things that went on during that time too, which I won't talk about. That's for me to talk to as far as law enforcement. Okay, so I said, Lord, I got to go again. I don't want to, but I want to sit still, and I want to live in an area and be still for a while. I'm not a type of person that move from one place to the next, to the next, to the next. I'm not like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But once I get a place that I'm like, okay, I like it here. It's okay. It's cozy. I'll be there for years. Okay. And so here I go again. Have to move because all of this stuff is going on. I'm thinking about my daughter. I'm thinking about her life. I'm thinking about my life and our safety. And I'm like, okay, move again. So the next place I decided to move to is actually where I grew up at. That's where I am right now. Now, it's not the best of place. It's one of those, it's a place that I do have some wonderful memories because I was a baby when I lived here up until I was 15, and then we moved from this area. And so when I moved up here, I felt comfortable because I felt like I was close to my mom. I felt like I was close to my dad. And I was like, wow, maybe this is not too bad. But I kind of felt bad because I didn't want to come back here, not with my daughter, because it's comfortable here, but it's not a place where I wanted my daughter to be living at. So I went ahead and came on in because of everything that had been going on. People trying to hurt me and my daughter. So I said, okay, God, I'm here. And I know my mom is with me and my dad. And I said, well, maybe this place will be a safe place for me. Maybe. So I was healthy. I have a disability and I'm going through all of this, which makes it just much worse. So I moved into this place. And when I moved in, my dog was scared. She instantly felt like something was wrong. You know how dogs can be so smart, and they are smart. And it was just like she was trying to tell me, let's get out of here. Let's go back. Let's go back. And even myself, when I got in here, I did accept the place. But when I got in here to move in, I was like, this is not where I was supposed to be. This is not. So, but I had no other choice. It was like, you know what? You've got to get this place for your daughter. If it was just you, you could just go and just stay with somebody. But, you know, I have a daughter and I need to take care of her. So I took this place, and these people had done some satanism in this place right here. These people that keeps following me with the satanism thing. And, you know, I prayed about it and I said, Lord, you know, it's not uncommon in certain areas that things like that happens. But I was like praying, you know, and asking the Lord to keep us and all. I said, Lord, I won't be here long, Lord. Like, I'm going to move again. So I moved into this room here, and what I noticed is there is markings on the floor, but I did not notice that when I first moved in. So I noticed that when I first moved in, I tried to create YouTube videos. And I tried to keep going with all of that, but I would always feel very sluggish, very just terrible, just felt terrible. But yet, when I moved in here, I felt fine. But yet, when I got in here, it just, things started happening that was weird. It was really weird. Okay. So I remember being in this room in the evening. A lot of times I watch a few things before I go to sleep just to relax. I love to relax first before I go to sleep, like watch something on the internet. I used to read books, or I used to look at a magazine, you know, anything that will wind me down so that I can just relax and have a good night's sleep. But I couldn't even do that. By the time I would get in here, I would just instantly just go to sleep. And I would wake up and it'd be like, what happened? You know? So this was weird. I never experienced that. I've never experienced like that sort of thing. So you guys, let me just get on down so you understand that there was weird things going on. Even in the bathroom, the bathtub, there was 2 incidents where I fell. And it really did impact my back. And I'm telling you, it was baby oil in the tub. Someone had put baby oil in the tub for me to fall, for anybody to fall, even my daughter. Thank the Lord she didn't, but I fell twice. And I was like, Lord, I've never fell in the bathtub. I'm 44, but I never, well, 43 at the time. I said, I never fell in the bathtub. What's going on? And then I just kind of like did my foot like this, and it was so slippery, you guys. So I did get a gripper, but it was oil. Someone had put baby oil in the bottom of the tub for me to fall, because I was taking a shower at night and in the morning. I was taking, that would just comfort me. That's just what I like to do. So these people knew it, and they put baby oil in the bathtub for me to fall. Let me keep going. So I went to a specific store, and this one woman actually threatened me. And I was living here in this apartment. She threatened me. She threatened my life. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say everything that she said. She threatened my life, and she meant it. She meant it. The words that came out of her mouth, she looked at me in my eyes and she said it in front of everybody that was in that store. I was at the countertop and she said it. She said the word DEAD, okay? She told me, she threatened me, okay? She threatened me that something bad was going to happen to me. She threatened me. So I was like, Lord, what I do to this person? I don't even know this girl really. I just know her from knowing family members that used to be friends with her. But I don't know her. I never hanged out with her. And when I would see her, it would be like hi and bye. That's what it was. I never had any conversation with this person. So I don't know why this person was angry at me. To this day, I don't know. Okay, why? But she did threaten me. And y'all, it wasn't a month that a spider bit me. And that's what happened to my eye. It was very poisonous and very dangerous. And I went through a whole year and 5 months suffering from this spider. And honestly, God saved my life because I went to some medical officials and they didn't give me anything. And that's the Lord's truth. That's God's truth. Some gave me some antibiotics. Some gave me some eye drops. Some did do a little bit, give me some nasal spray, but some did not. Some told me that they were not going to give me anything and for me to go home. I felt like I was going to pass out. I was dizzy. I was sick of the stomach. I was extremely dizzy, you guys. I would drive. I had to drive, you guys. I didn't have nobody to drive for me at the time. I would get so lightheaded that I had to have my daughter to hold my hand just so that I can get myself together to make it home because I was so sick from this poisoning. And y'all kept telling certain ones that there was a bump in my eye before it got really bad. And it was just like I was being sent different places, but there was no procedure that no one ever did until a few months ago. And I'm thankful for those, and they know who they are. I'm thankful for them for helping me because now my eye is open, and I thank God too that the bump is gone. And y'all, I had a cyst in both eyes, and but just saying, I got a threat first before that happened to my eye. And what happened was not just my eye, it was poison that caused that. It was poison. And I was even told that the situation that happened to my eye was something that the specialists had never seen before. It was poisoned. It was poisoning. It was poisoning, you guys, from the spider. So what I'm saying, you guys, is that I wanted to make this video because I want justice. Just like I told y'all in my previous video about my thyroid. I know some people say everything that happens to you is not from somebody hurting you. Trust me, I've been sick many times in my life. And I did not blame other people for it. But when I see evil and I hear evil, and then something evil happens to me, and plus when someone threatens my life and people threatens me, then I know these things are because what may be going on is due to what these people have done to me. See, these people will say things to my face and think that they could get by with it. Because every time I would go to law enforcement people, they would not do nothing about it. They wouldn't do an investigation. So they would say things to me to say, we'll do whatever we want to you, and there's nothing going to be done about it. That's what I was receiving from people. That's what I was receiving. I walked in stores and my eye was nearly shut completely. Like, seriously. And you know what? People laughed at me. They made fun of me. They was there to see the process. They saw me walking around staggering. Y'all, I had to get groceries staggering around in the grocery store trying to make it because I was so dizzy from the poison and the all of that, you guys. And no one reached out a hand for me to hold. That is the saddest thing ever. Nobody reached out, or at least reached their hands out to me to hold my hand and say, you know what, baby, it's going to be okay. I'm going to help you. Do you need to go to the doctor? Do you need to see a doctor? Do you need to see a specialist? Do you need me to take you somewhere? No one did that. Only person that held my hand was God. The only person that was there, the only one that was there for me was God. And my daughter was there with me in my car to make sure I was okay because she was worried. And I did not want her to worry about me because she had to go to school. So I didn't want her to get her mind off of school and be worried about me. So I did sort of cover a few things, even though sometimes I thought I wasn't going to make it throughout the night. Sometimes I didn't even know if I was going to make it throughout the day. But I did not tell my daughter because I did not want her to be worried. But y'all, this is my truth. This is a summary of what I've been through. And I'm still facing my enemies. Just the other day, I went into a place to get a makeup product, and one of the persons was there, and I walked in the door and I didn't say anything to this person. I mind my business because I know who I should speak to, in a sense, and who I need to not say a word to, because some people, when they do not like you, it's best not to say anything because it'll end up in a fight or some kind of brawl or some kind of fuss. And I didn't want to get arrested. I didn't want to get in trouble with the law. So I just mind my own business. Walked into the store, and this person instantly told the cashier that I was not a Christian and that I was crazy and somewhat of a lunatic. Basically, I'm summarizing. She said more. And I just listened because I was right there on the corner side. I heard everything that she said. And I said, Lord, I hardly even know this woman. I just know her by her face and her name, but I've really never sat down and talked to this woman ever in my life. And I said, this woman is judging me and trying to say that I'm all these things, but yet what she's saying that I am is what people are doing here in this area to me. Okay, so she's throwing back what she knows that people are doing, but she wanted the cashier to think that I am the one that's doing all the things. How can I be doing things when I'm the one that was walking around for a year and 5 months with my eye nearly shut? How could I be the one doing things when I'm walking around with my thyroid swollen here? How could I have been the one that was doing things when I was walking around hopping on my leg? Yes, I did. Yeah, y'all, I was hopping on my legs for a good 5 months. I could barely walk. My back, I could barely stretch out my back. How could I have been the one to be this that she claimed? And on top of that, she said something that I have to say that is totally weird. And that is, she stated that when you meet or when you see people and you don't say hi or kiss or hug a person, you're not a Christian. That's what she said. And I said, oh my God, that is not true. Just because a person may walk by you and not say anything to you does not mean that that person does not love God and is not a Christian. That person may be sick. That person may be wondering where they're going to get their next meal. That person may be trying to figure out a way to pay a bill. That person may be going through so much stress that they cannot focus on kissing and hugging a person because they've got to get some things done for their family or for themselves. That doesn't mean a person does not have love in their heart just because they did not kiss your cheek and give you a hug and say hello. That was the weirdest thing I ever heard. And she related that to me because when I walked in the door, she looked at me and she said it. And I said, Lord, I said, that is so mean. That's one of the meanest things I think I ever heard. One of the meanest, to judge someone. So she was judging, and that's something that God does not like himself, and that is to judge another person. There's only one true judge, and that is God. No one else, nobody out here, you guys, can judge you. They may think they can, but there's only one true judge, and that is God Almighty. No matter what people think of you, don't worry about it. It's about what God thinks of you. And anyway, your life belongs to you, okay? My life belongs to me. If I want to walk around and if I don't feel like kissing someone on the cheek and hugging somebody, that is my right. Because let's face it, it's a lot going on in this world. It's a lot going on in this world. You can't just walk up to people and do things that say people used to do when I was a little girl. You just can't. Some people will knock you out if you touch them. Some people will nearly like, you know what? If you walk up on them, they might think you trying to do something to them. So, you know what I'm saying? I think I go around with a brilliant and a smart mind. I just don't walk up to anybody and do that because I don't know what's going on with people. And plus, if I don't know a person, you got to know what you're doing when you do that. So that was just crazy to say. It was a crazy thing. And like I said, you guys, I tried to give you a brief description of what all happened to me because I know some of y'all have been wondering what happened to my eye. Like, y'all saw me go from like having all these beauty videos and my skin always looking healthy and beautiful. I've heard your comments, your messages, and you might have wondered what in the world happened. And I know a lot of you have been wondering. And some of you are very happy and thrilled and excited that everything is better. And so am I. Thank God that my eye is okay and I didn't lose my vision. That was a thing, y'all. My vision was blurry. My vision was blurry, everything, just so much. My throat swelled up. At times I couldn't even hardly breathe. Just a lot of things went on, you guys. So I was poisoned by a terrible poisonous spider that someone implanted in this room right here. And I wanted to tell my story so you guys can understand, but there's more to it, and I cannot go into full detail about a lot of things. I do not say names, okay, and I won't give like areas, locations, etc., because that is a time for when it's time for court time. That's the time for justice, when justice comes my way. Then I can speak about those things. But you guys get an idea. And I'm actually speaking about this because I never want this to happen to somebody else. However, I'm not a hero. I'm just a normal person just like everybody else. And I wouldn't want that to happen to nobody. What happened to me for a year and 5 months, you guys. And that could have been prevented if I got the right care. That is the most saddest thing, having insurance and didn't get the proper care. I do feel that way. I'm sorry, but I do. I had insurance that would cover everything, and I didn't get the care. And I went a year, because some of y'all was wondering, like, why don't you go and get this bump looked at, popped, or whatever? Some of you were telling me that. And I was doing everything that I knew to do to get that help, but no one would do it. So I had to go a year and 5 months until it absolutely to one precious specialist that will be blessed for life helped me out, and an eye doctor that I finally, the Lord led me to, that actually opened it up, did a biopsy, and it popped it, and the Lord finished draining it out. And that's how my eye is together today. And I'm thankful, and they will be blessed for life for helping me, because I prayed about this day and night. I did. So maybe you guys can understand, and I made videos with my eye being that way because I wanted to inspire others that no matter what you're going through, don't stop. Don't stop doing what you love to do. No matter if people laugh at you, make fun of you, say mean things about you, don't stop doing what you love to do, and don't stop trying to get the help that you need. That's the whole message. Don't stop. Keep moving forward to get where you need to be. And it may be hard, just like it was hard for me. It may be one of the hardest trials of your life. But if you keep your faith high and you keep believing that God is going to help you, He will lead you to the right place, because that's what He did for me. My faith was so high, and I prayed day and night, and He led me to the right place that would help me with my eye, because I was scared I was going to lose my vision. I was scared I was going to lose my life. I was sick. I was swollen. My neck was swollen. My face was swollen. My body. A lot of this weight that you see that I have is due to this incident that happened, this injury. I'm gradually losing it, but this wasn't caused from me eating. I eat healthy. I eat a regular, like 2 meals. That's all I eat. And I try not to snack too much. And I'm just telling you guys, if you face something, don't stop. Don't stop until you find the right help. Keep going. And ask the Lord to help you to get to the right people. And He will do it. He will do it. And to this day, you guys, and I'm not crying about this because I don't care. To this day, these people still threaten me with my eye. They still threaten my life to this day. I get threats on a regular basis. People follow me everywhere I go. People have plots out waiting for me still to this day. They throw things for me to see. I go into the stores. They know the things that I like to go there for, because I'm in a little small town. It's not a whole lot of things you can go in the store to get. And you know what? I don't care, but I do. I don't care, but I do. And I'm just saying that I'm not going to stop being Sheila. A lot of people want me to stop being Sheila and want me to be who they want me to be. See, at one time in my life, I used to do whatever people tell me to do. And I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. I've always been a leader. My teachers, everybody always told me I'm a leader. When I worked in jobs, I was always a trainer. I was always a leader. I'm not a follower. And there's nothing wrong with being a follower. But when you are a leader, you have potential to be and to do more than what a follower would do. So you don't belong in that type of, you don't belong in a group of followers when you are a leader. That means you have the skills and you have the knowledge to do things that helps everybody in the group. Okay, I am a leader, not a follower. So when I was growing up, I always did what people told me to do just to get a pat on the back, you know, even when I knew it was evil and it was mean. But because I didn't want to be by myself, I would just go along with it until one day I woke up, and that was in high school. I woke up in 10th grade after being in a vicious fight that people put me in. A vicious fight. And I've never been in a fight in my life because I never started anything. I was quiet. I never talked. A whole 8 hours in school, I only said something when the teacher would say something to me. I only said something when someone would say my name, okay? So I never said anything about anything. So when that fight happened to me, when I was involved with that fight, I made up my mind that very day that I would not be a follower, and I will not let people run all over me and treat me like a piece of crap. And that's when I was in 10th grade. And I made that promise to myself, and I have kept it all these years. I didn't care. I said to myself, if I have to be by myself, if I have to walk this earth alone, I will do it, because I would not let people control my life and tell me what to do. And I will not surround myself around people that is no good, that do not care for me, and people that is up to trouble or for trouble. I will not. I will be alone, and that's fine. I don't care if I have to live the rest of my life by myself. But the most wonderful thing about it, you guys, is that I'm not by myself. I'm just in the wrong place. There's a lot of people that see my potential. There's a lot of people that see the good in me and what I've been blessed with. And I'm just not in those areas where I need to be. Because people here, they love to look at the outside, and they basically look at it and they go, oh, just because I have on makeup, oh, she thinks she's prettier than everybody. She thinks she's this. She thinks she's better than it. And it's not nothing like that. It's just that I had to love myself. And to love myself, I started out with makeup at the age of 11 because I was going through a lot of stuff at that time because of how I look. And I'm not going to lie. How I look. Strawberry blonde hair, my skin complexion, it go on and on. I had a little body. I didn't have the average, thicker body what everybody considered I should have had. I was different, but yeah, I am human. I couldn't help the way that I was built and the way the way God made me, you know? So I went through a lot. And I love myself. When I do makeup, I love myself even more. Because I look at my features and I love them. I love looking in the mirror and going, you have come a long way, girl. Because at one time, I hated myself. And I had to start loving myself. And my mom was there to help me to love myself. And to know that I was loved not only by her, but most of all by God. So I've been through a lot. I know I can talk real strong because I am a strong person. I know I can speak my mind and I tell you the truth and I say things, but I got a heart too. And everybody has had trials and everybody has been through things. And I'm one of those, and I'm not ashamed to say, hey, I've been through shit. I've been through hell. But all those things did make me a stronger person today. And I can take just about anything. I can take it and keep going. But I'm human. And I don't forget. I don't think we all forget things that has not been that great for us in our lives. Okay? So, yeah, you guys. Your girl has been through a lot. But I'm a strong person. And I would really love for y'all to pray for me because I'm ready to relocate again. I want to get out of this place because, like I said, when I first moved over here, I thought that this would help me with just knowing or keeping up with memories of my mom and my dad, you know, and I thought I would be happy. But all this happened to me here with my eye, the eye injury, all this, all of that falling, you know, and my knee and not being able to walk, you know, hopping on my leg. I have to say that this place here, I feel like when I thought I would have great memories of my mom and dad, I really don't. And I feel like I had better memories of my mom and dad in the other places that I lived at than here. It actually makes me sad when I pull up to this place and I think, where's my mom? Where's my dad? Where's my mom and my dad? And then I think about my dad fixing my bike. You know, I get to thinking, and you would think I'd be happy, but I'm not because I'm not happy in this apartment. I'm not happy. You know, I think about my mom coming right down this street. I'd ride on my bike. And sometimes she'll go to the store. If she didn't come and get me, she knew I'd be mad if I got home and found out she done went to the store. She'd come down these streets and look for me and my friends. I'd be riding with my bike with my friends. And she would see me and she'd go, hey, I'm going to the store. You want to go to the store? I'd be like, yeah, mama. And she would just put my bike in the trunk and we would go to the store, whatnot. You would think I would feel happy about that, just thinking about those memories here, knowing that it's not too many apartments up ahead where I used to live at, where I used to have that bike and my mom and dad was there and all that. But I'm surrounded by enemies. I'm surrounded by enemies. And I know you have enemies everywhere. Like, you're going to have people that don't like you everywhere you go. I know that. But some places you're not meant to be. You know what I'm saying? You're not meant to be in a certain place. You might think it's okay and you think about good memories, but certain places you're just not meant to be in the place. And you got to go on. So once again, like I spoke to you guys, I will, like I've told y'all before in previous videos, I will keep moving until I find a peaceful place where I feel at home. I will go and go and go and go and go. I don't care. But I know that there's a place for me, and I know that there's people that will be willing and happy to be friends and even family that will love me and appreciate me just like I can love them and appreciate them. There's people out there, I just haven't got to the right place. I just haven't got there yet, but I feel it is coming. I feel it on a daily basis. It's coming. God's going to lead me to the right people. It's just that, just sit here waiting on it. It's like, but I know it's going to happen and I feel it. And I just say that everything I've been through, there's some things that I didn't even mention because it's the past. But everything I've been through, whether it was talking to this one or talking to that one or whatever, I don't regret it. It happened and it is what it is. Bottom line, it is what it is. And a lot of things that we go through or have been through, we went through it for a reason sometimes. Whether to get wiser, whether to be smarter, or whether just to know or to be on alert for certain things. Whatever it is, sometimes it's meant to be, but we just quite don't understand why it happened. But sometimes it's meant to be. So yeah, y'all pray for your girl. Pray for me, okay? Pray for Sheila. I will pray for y'all, and just know that is just a brief, and I mean brief. When I say brief, I mean very little. A brief description of what I've been through for the last 4 years. Since 2016. And it even goes further than that, honestly. It's more than 4 years, but just to say, just to put in all of the potential, not even potential, just all of the injuries I've had, the possible, or not even possible, but all the injuries and all the threats, and where people have literally put their hands on me. That's what I gave you a little brief description. And like I said, I'm a strong person. I'm a wiser person. But I do love to share my story so that if any of you are experiencing some crazy things, anything that you feel like somebody's trying to kill you or hurt you or harm you, you get help, and you get help immediately. The only thing I can say is when you have children or you have a child, it makes it's harder just to jump up and leave. Because when you got a child or children, they have to go to school. You got to make sure you're leaving and getting into a good place for the child. You just, with my case, I just couldn't jump up and leave as fast as I wanted to. Like most people would have probably left after a month once they found out some things, even a few weeks. But when you have a child, you can't just jump up like that, especially when you're a single mom. You cannot, jump up and leave and run or whatnot. But you know what? I want to say this, and I'm going to end this video because it's long. I get picked on about a lot of things. A lot of people say things. Some people love it, some people don't. And I have to say that I love my wigs. I love my makeup. I love my body, even though I'm on a small diet. I'm trying to lose some weight because I want to be healthy. But I love Sheila, and I love how far I've come. My wigs and all. my makeup and all, my body and all, my voice, my speeches, my tutorials, my videos, me just having a disability and still trying to keep steady, keep going. Because some people have a disability and they give up on everything. They give up on life and everything. They just stop. And I'm proud of myself for, attempting and at least doing something with a disability. Because a lot of people do not. Some people just give up on everything. So I love myself, my wig and all, my makeup, all the mistakes that I've made in my life. Some were dumb mistakes. But you know what? I had so much love in my heart that I do believe that there is people that are honest. And I have so much love in my heart that I'll love a person. Even if I see something isn't right, I'll pray for the person and try to get the person to get right with God. I still have a lot of love. Regardless of what I've been through, everything I've been through, I still have love in my heart. I still believe in love. And I do believe that there is lovable friends out there for me. I do. I believe there is a place for Sheila, for people like me who have been abused, robbed, rejected, hated, but yet we still have love and we still have ambitions. I do believe that there's a place right on earth where we belong. We just haven't quite yet found it. Or yet, better yet, God's going to give it to us eventually in time. So I have faith, okay? I do, okay? I hope y'all have faith, and please know that this was not a video for, just as creative. This is true life, true story. It's my story. Just to encourage others to be wise, smart, and just know when you're in a serious situation, try not to wait a while to get resources. Try to get right on it. Don't wait. I would have done it, but like I said, I have a child. I couldn't jump up like that. But for some of you that can, and you do have children, you still have like that support or whatnot that you can get up and go, do it. Do what all you can do to keep yourself from being hurt, abused, robbed, and just completely hated. Okay? You're going to be hated no matter what. Some people just going to hate. Y'all know that. Some people hate, but so what? But you know what I'm saying? When people want to hate you so much that they want to put their hands on you, that's a different story. It's okay to hate me, okay? It's okay to hate me. But when people hate so much that they actually want to kill you, they actually want to injure you, they actually want to put their hands on you point blank, then that is a different story. That is serious. That is a serious criminal situation, okay? That is very serious, okay? So, yeah, y'all. This is my story, and I want to show it, and not really show it. No, I don't want to never show it, but I want to tell you This is my story, and I wanted to tell you so y'all can understand what has been happening to me for the last 4 years, and why I have not been like consecutive with videos. Like why did I stop doing YouTube and my blogs and all that stuff? Me trying to live, me trying to survive, me trying to make it. That's what happened. I've always had love for social media. I've always had love for blogging. I love to write. I always love to create videos because I just love it. But I stopped because there's another reason why I stopped, but for now I'm telling y'all, like for one of the reasons I'm telling you is because of my safety. I was getting threats and all sorts of things, and these people was not just strangers. This a good bit of these people are people that I actually have talked to and actually have been around and actually know. Yes. They're not all strangers. So just know that a lot of times when you're experiencing some terrible threats, a lot of times, I'm going to say at least 70%. I don't know what the percentage is by the law enforcement people, but I'll say at least 70% of the people that is threatening you and trying to hurt you is people that you know. And it's been proven. It's been proven. 70% or more of it is people that you've actually had a conversation or you've actually had a friendship with, or someone even closer, or someone you might have dated or talked to. 70% of the people that are doing the threats to you are people that you truly do know or have talked to or have had a conversation with. Yes, it's been proven. It's been proven. So yeah, you guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. Have a wonderful day. I hope this video was very somewhat educational, and I hope that I have inspired some of you that may be in a situation like I am to don't give up on your passion. If you like to do videos or whatever you do in life, don't give up on it. Just be smart and take steps to try to get this stuff resolved and try to get help, y'all. Get help. And Lord knows I tried, but I didn't get all the help that I felt like I should have got. I feel like I felt like I was neglected. That's what I feel like. I'm being honest. I feel like I was neglected from getting help. That's what I feel like. I feel like nobody cared. Sad truth. But that's what I feel. That's what's in my heart. And that's why I'm ready to go. You know, if people neglect you enough that they don't want to help you, and you're like in the bed and you feel like you're half dead and you didn't get no help from too many people that you should have got help from, that's usually a time you need to think, do I need to be here? Do I need to stay in this area? Do I need to be living here? I think most of you would probably say, hell no. Most of you would say that. I know it. I hear you. But you get it. That's the sad thing, is that I was neglected. I was neglected, and I didn't get the help that I needed. And that's the bottom line. A lot of people don't even care. A lot of them laugh. A lot of them laugh to this day. But you know what? I keep my head up and I go in them stores and I do what I got to do, because I know there's a God in heaven. And I know that one thing that God says, that what you do to others, what did he say? You know the rest of it. And I do know that tables do turn. I do know that what you put upon one person, you will experience something yourself and always come back. If you're mean to someone and you just give them hell all day long and just be ugly and mean to them, you best believe down the line you got a person that God has for you. And you're going to experience it, and you're going to think about the person you actually treated in that same manner, and you're going to know what it feels like. And that's coming straight from the Bible. Search it in the Bible. You will find out. You'll see for yourself. And it is true. I've seen some things growing up where people did this and that and that. And sure enough, I saw things and I was like, whoa, oh my God. That's the first thing. That's all you can say is, oh my God, because you know that came back because God, that's just the way God do things. Some may not believe me, but if you look in the Bible, King James Version, you'll get that. You'll see. You read. If you believe in God, it's true. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. Have a lovely day. I love y'all. Look forward to more makeup videos, more reviews, more first impressions, whatever. Makeup looks, whatever. I'm on a roll. I'm happy, you guys. Even though I've been through all of this, my faith has given me joy and peace and harmony. And I'm back to what I love to do. And so, yeah, you guys, I'm thankful. And for everybody that prayed for this girl here, Sheila, everybody that was there and concerned about Sheila, everybody that was wanting me to make it through this ordeal and get help and get what I needed to, just get back to myself. I love y'all so much. Mwah. Seriously, I love y'all so much. And I thank y'all for praying for me. And don't stop praying for me, because every day for me is I have to face plots every day. People have plots out for me every day. Just like coming in here doing makeup, people come through here with plots to try to interrupt me doing my makeup every day. So pray for me every day. And just keep me in your prayers. Not that I'm afraid, but I believe in prayer. And I have faith. And I know what I'm facing. I know what I have to face every day. I'm a strong individual, though. I go and do what I got to do. But I know I have a lot of haters. I have a lot of haters. And a lot of haters hate me for starting these YouTube videos. Yes. A lot of the haters got worser. Everything got worser when I started doing this. They despise it. They can't stand it because they know that they can never do it. But Sheila has always been a leader. And Sheila, I knew, Sheila, me, myself, I knew I could do this because I have it naturally. I'm a natural leader, okay? I can do this. And see, some people that know that they can't do this, and I'm not being mean, but some people really say that they cannot do this. And those ones that say that they can't do this, they get very mad and envious at the ones who can do it and feel good afterwards. So it's a lot of hate, you guys, and a lot of plots every day that I have to face. And I face this alone because the hate is on or towards me. And that's okay because God's got this girl. And I got angels all around me. And I'm not afraid. Angels is with me every day. And I'm thankful. So yeah, if you believe in angels, do you believe in God? They are real. I'm telling you, they are real. What I've been through, I know angels was around my bed every night. I know that angels was in the car with me every day. And most of all, I know God was with me every single day. I know that they are real. So I'm thankful to God and the lovely angels that surround me every day. I'm thankful. Okay, bye.